Storm Team 4 will be tracking Irma through the weekend, and we'll be sharing ways you can help victims down in Florida on our NBC Washington app. News 4 is working for you.
My best friend insisted I check out Tyson's Watch and Jewelry Exchange. The staff is so professional. I brought in some old diamonds and jewelry I just don't wear anymore. The process was so easy, and I walked out with cash. Discover Tyson's Watch and Jewelry Exchange.
In celebration of her 45th birthday, get 45% off Maaco's most popular paint service and Meineke's oil change packages. A deal so good, you'll want to celebrate twice.
He's our pediatrician, Dr. Ralph Northam.
Born and raised in rural Virginia.
Went to VMI.
Trained at Johns Hopkins.
An Army doctor who treated soldiers seriously wounded in the Gulf War.
18 years as volunteer medical director of Children's Hospice.
As Lieutenant Governor, he's fighting to expand health care in Virginia.
He'll get it done as governor.
I'm Ralph Northam, and we need to provide access to affordable health care for all Virginians, not take it away.
For top quality floors at rock bottom prices, come to Floor & Decor.
It's a one-stop shop.
They got everything to do your project.
We got great customer service.
You get a lot more personal attention from people who actually know the product.
Professional contractors love Floor & Decor.
The design services are free.
The design center, it saved our marriage.
They make it so easy for you.
Everybody's just so knowledgeable. It's amazing.
I love Floor & Decor. It's a great store.
Floor & Decor, 2 DC area locations.
Fios is not cable. We're a 100% fiber optic network. And with the new Fios Gigabit connection, you get our fastest internet ever. With download speeds up to 940 megs, 20 times faster than most people have. Switch to Fios Gigabit connection with TV and phone for $79.99 a month online for the first year. Plus HBO for 1 year and multi-room DVR service for 2 years, all with a 2-year agreement. And switching has never been easier. Get out of your contract with up to a $500 credit to help cover your early termination fee. Go to fiosgigabit.com.
In celebration of her 45th birthday, get 45% off Maaco's most popular paint service and Meineke's oil change packages. A deal so good, you'll want to celebrate twice.
Save thousands on watches and diamonds at Tyson's Watch and Jewelry Exchange. Certified loose diamonds at or below wholesale. Large diamond earrings starting at only $5.99. And Rolex watches at unbeatable prices. Only at Tyson's Watch and Jewelry.
It's a big story we've been following for days, and this weekend, Hurricane Irma will make landfall in Florida.
Doug and Amelia are tracking all the developments here. Doug, let's start with you. What's happening right now?
Well, guys, we've been talking about this throughout the broadcast here, and the biggest issue of really the question that is out there is how much of an impact is Cuba going to have on this? Take a look at this right now, and you notice this is very close, the eye of the storm, very close to Cuba. They're getting incredible amounts of rain right now, and it does look like the European model, by the way, and we've talked a lot about the European, has been nailing this storm hour after hour, day after day, and it's doing it again. I do think the European does have this storm coming into Cuba, the northern part, and then wrapping right up and then back into the open waters. I think that's what's going to happen here. I think this will make landfall in Cuba, a devastating landfall in towards that island nation, and then back up and in toward the Florida Straits, where it will re-intensify most likely, possibly to a Cat 5 once again. Even if it's a Cat 4, it really doesn't matter. The damage is going to be done into South Florida. You can already see the rain bands. Here's the Bahamas. Here's Cuba down to the south. Already seeing those rain bands coming in, and the far rain bands coming into parts of Florida even as we speak. The current winds, 155 miles an hour. Remember, a Category 5 starts at 157, so it's very close to that already. Winds are moving to the west at 12 miles an hour. It is expected to make a turn a little bit more to the north and then eventually right in towards Florida. Look at this beeline here, right in towards Florida, right on down towards the Florida Keys. It is going to impact the Keys tremendously. The storm surge there could be over 12 feet, and many of those islands are not even 12 feet in elevation. 145 miles an hour, very close to Naples, Florida. And that's where this could make landfall, just south of Naples. That would be devastating. Now, I want to show you this, too, and this is interesting as well. Now, take a look. We're going to see the storm come across portions of the Keys and then into South Florida. Look at Miami, 83 miles an hour, 83 in Fort Lauderdale. This is Sunday morning at 8 a.m. By around 3 o'clock, 104 in Miami, 109 in Naples, and we could peak at 140. Now, I mentioned to you 104. That's at the surface. Aloft, it's going to be much different. Even 10 stories up, maybe 20 stories up. What a difference that makes. Amelia Draper with a little bit more on what that makes and what we can expect with this storm moving in.
Yeah, exactly, Doug. So I did some digging today on what homes, what zone, or what codes there are basically down in Florida, because they have some of the strictest building codes in the country. So take a look in the state, and since Andrew, if it's been built, it has to be able to handle winds of 110 miles an hour. That's a very powerful Category 2 hurricane. So that's the number I want you to keep in mind, 110 miles an hour. Now in Miami, homes have to withstand 130 mile an hour winds. That's a Cat 3, and critical buildings have to withstand almost a Category 5. But again, keep in mind that 110 mile an hour. That's what buildings have to withstand. We're talking about wherever the eye makes landfall, winds at the ground of 145 miles an hour. So that's already going to be causing structural damage. And the higher buildings there, as you go higher up, the wind increases because there's less friction at about 3 to 10 stories, depending on what's on the ground and how many other buildings are around, really when you start to see the winds increase. So take a look here at 25 stories up. Winds, if they're 145 at the surface, are 170 miles an hour. 50 stories up, they're close to 180 miles an hour. 75 stories at about 186. Now, talking about why we're seeing a lot of storms right now, we're in a La Nina, weak La Nina, and that's going to lead to more storms with less shear out there. Warm water temperatures near 90 where Irma's moving into. And then again, the time of year. This is peak hurricane season, Doug.
Yeah, that's right. Peak hurricane season right around September 10th, and we're right about there. Now, this storm moving right on through Florida, hitting Tampa, hitting Jacksonville, but weakening very quickly as it moves to the north as a tropical storm into parts of Georgia. Now, for the next couple of days for our weather, beautiful weather here. The weekend looking great. Saturday and Sunday looking good. Chance of showers from Irma coming up on Tuesday, but nothing to worry about here.
All right. Good news for us.
Yeah, for sure. Doug and Amelia, thank you. Well, in the path of a nuclear hurricane, our coverage of Irma continues as tens of thousands of people in